Hello, Stephanie. It's November 3rd, and it is time for a quote. It is more fun to talk with somebody who doesn't use long, difficult words, but rather short, easy words, like, what about lunch? Now, can you take a guess as to where this quote came from? Yes? No? Possibly? If you guessed Winnie the Pooh, you are correct. I find it very interesting how many different really nice lessons you can get from reading Winnie the Pooh. Like, that quote was good. There's another one that's quoted a lot, which is, sometimes the smallest things are the things that take up the most space in your heart, and stuff like that. Just Winnie the Pooh has so many good lessons in it. Anyways, so I wanted to talk about that quote. And it basically comes with 3 parts. The first is, it's fun to talk with somebody. It always is, kind of, really. But not using long and difficult words, rather short, easy words. So that's talking about communication, meaning that you should be able to communicate simply and easily. So you're talking with short words, which makes it so that they can understand you, not using long, difficult words that you need to explain more and more. It makes you... When somebody uses long and difficult words, it's kind of a sign that they're trying to be bigger than you. They're trying to explain something that you don't know, and as such, they feel like they're withholding information from you. And withholding information is a sign of power, because if you don't... Information is a kind of power. If you have certain information, then you can make better decisions, and that makes sense. Now, sometimes you need... Sometimes long and difficult words are needed to describe new things. Like in the sciences, which is what I'm in, you have to make a new word to describe new processes and stuff, and that just happens. And some of the stuff is going to become more common day use and will seem like an easier word than it is then. But those words are definitely hard for people who aren't in the sciences to learn. Basically, the summary is that you should be able to talk with somebody and have good communication, and then the last part of the quote is, what about lunch? Like, what about lunch? There's been a tradition within, the history of humanity to talk over food. And there's a number of different reasons why. My main thought is that you get distracted by the food. Within the history of humanity, there's been a tradition of having major conversations over food, over dinner, over lunch, over breakfast. Breakfast conversations are very interesting, I have to say. Well, there's a number of different reasons why this could be. I personally go for the fact that it relieves tension, because if there's like a major debate and whatever, and there's clashing, then you just go back to the food, or that's about the right time for a not a main course, but another course to come out. That's why there's a lot of different courses in a lot of countries that aren't the United States. In the United States, you have main course, possibly an appetizer, possibly a dessert.